Yesterday, the Florida House approved SB 1718, and of course, it sailed through along party lines, in part, well, actually, because of the GOP supermajority that is going on in Florida's legislature. Now, it imposes these tough penalties and restrictions. SB 1718 includes strengthens employment requirements, bans local governments from contributing money to organizations creating identification cards for undocumented immigrants, bars driver's license issued to non-citizens in other states from use in Florida, repeals a 2014 law that allowed undocumented immigrants to be admitted to practice law in Florida. And also, the bill would also authorize $12 million for the program enabling DeSantis' political stunts, in which he flies migrants to other states while portraying them as burdens to society, and it would punish businesses and hire undocumented people. Now, once this is signed into law by Governor DeSantis, it's going to take effect July 1. But even though the bills has not taken effect or been signed in, it's definitely been felt without a doubt. Check out this headline from CBS Miami. Yeah, it says people aren't showing up to work. South Florida workers already feeling the heat of immigration bill. And there's been accounts on social media that have been documenting the response to SB 1718. For example, construction workers say that many of their employees, they've been MIA for fear of deportation. Watch this.
There's like less than 20 people working today. Usually there's about 100. And it's really interesting. I'm wondering how they're gonna get this project done without undocumented workers.
Yes, a lot of undocumented workers out there, they contribute to the construction industry significantly. And there's so many empty work sites that just abound right now. And people are blaming SB 1718, which has a lot of businesses scared because they could face $10,000 in fines, or also having their business license revoked. And it's not just one work site, but multiple. As you can see from this video here, that what we know is that there are individuals who are not necessarily showing up to do work. And it's a lot in part because, hey, 1718 is on the table. And as far as construction goes, according to the Center for American Progress, more than 2.8 million undocumented workers work in construction. And that composes about 24% of the industry. So you, Florida, and your hateful approach is knocking out about a quarter of that industry. And Florida's hateful approach to immigration, it's been despised so much that even the president in Mexico piped up. Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador condemned Bill 1718. He said this: "Now I found out that the Florida governor, imagine Florida, which is full of migrants, is taking repressive and inhumane measures against migrants in Florida because he wants to be a candidate. Can't he not make another proposal to convince people?" Exactly. The president of Mexico is like, you fool, you are so ignorant. You rely on migrants. It sustains your economy just like it does the United States. Migrants are welcome and they are very much a part of our society. They deserve respect, they deserve opportunity. And you have so many individuals out here working very hard, yet you have idiots like DeSantis who wants to advance white supremacy so much to the point that he's willing to bankrupt the state and put it in absolute disarray to advance his neo-Nazi narratives. I'll just say it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a branding exercise and he's shooting himself in the foot while he thinks he's doing for like what? For 20 psychos on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Like ultimately everyone knows the American economy runs on undocumented labor, right? And these are human beings. There are 10 million of them who live in this country, who work in all kinds of sectors, right? And agriculture and construction are huge American sectors in that state, as well as across this country. And here's the real thing, right? You really have to zoom out. Not only do we have a broken a broken immigration system, and those folks need a pathway to citizenship so they stop being persecuted, but we also need an overhaul of the labor movement, right? Look, construction and the economy rests. There is a documentary, A Day Without a Mexican. Things don't get done in this country. The economy rests on this labor. And what happens when they're gone? Well, you've got to raise the wages if you want people who otherwise weren't doing this job to do that same job. So you're gonna do that? I thought you wanted to funnel money upwards to the CEOs, to the construction company owners. Like, what happens to that? They're probably gonna get in your ear and be pretty upset about this. They're like, look, talk the talk, but don't walk the walk, DeSantis. So we will see, and it's all just coming to a head, Adrienne. Everything's coming to a head, and I love that Ron DeSantis is finding out the hard way that doing things for show, it's like you don't go full. You don't fully commit to the bit, you know? You say you're gonna do it, but you don't actually do it.